Imagine trying to pivot a compact car around the narrow corner of your basement staircase.
Oh, man. Yeah, that sounds like a total nightmare.
Right, and that is the exact logistical nightmare you'd face trying to install the Draper 254-232 profile plus screen if, the engineers hadn't designed a pretty clever workaround.
Thank goodness they did.
Today, our mission is exploring this massive piece of AV gear hidden inside the extensive catalog of HDTVSupply.
Hmm.
So, okay, let's unpack this because the engineering required to make this work is wild.
It really is. I mean, we aren't just talking about a big display here. We are looking at a 148-inch diagonal viewing area.
Wow.
Yeah, at 58 inches high by over 136 inches wide, it is basically 11 feet of screen in a 2.35.1 Cinemascope format. But what's fascinating here is the specific material they chose, the gray XH600V surface with a 0.6 gain.
Right, and I want to stop there for a second. Anyone building a dedicated home theater or like a massive corporate room already knows Cinemascope. But a 0.6 gain seems incredibly low.
It does sound low, yeah.
I always thought you wanted a higher gain to punch up the brightness. Why go so dark?
Well, it comes down to the physics of light absorption. A higher gain screen reflects more light back at you, sure, but it also reflects ambient light.
Oh, which washes out the picture.
Exactly. It instantly washes out your black levels. With a 0.6 gain gray surface, the screen physically absorbs a significant portion of that ambient light in the room.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and when you pair that with a modern high-lumen laser projector, the projector easily provides all the necessary brightness. Meanwhile, the 0.6 gain screen ensures the darkest parts of the image stay inky black instead of just, glowing gray.
Okay, that makes perfect optical sense. But let's talk about the physical reality.
Yeah.
An 11-foot wide solid metal frame isn't making it past a standard doorway,
Oh, definitely not.
let alone a tight elevator, right?
Yeah.
How does Draper bypass the basic architectural limits of a building?
They bypass it by treating the screen not as a finished TV, but as a modular architectural component. It intentionally ships unassembled.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the lightweight aluminum frame breaks down entirely, and the massive screen surface actually comes rolled up.
Which solves the doorway problem, but then immediately creates a tension problem.
Yeah.
If I'm unrolling an 11-foot expanse of material, how do I avoid ripples or sagging without, industrial stretching tools?
That is where the sliding hook and loop system comes in. They engineered around the entire perimeter of the frame.
So kind of like how you tune a drum head.
Yes, exactly like a drumhead.
You just spread the tension evenly right across multiple anchor points so the massive surface pulls perfectly taut in every direction.
You got it. And once it's tensioned that way, it allows for a zero-edge, completely borderless finish. They achieve what's called a mullionless display using these extruded aluminum baffles.
Hang on, I've seen the term mullionless thrown around, but what exactly is the baffle doing here mechanically to achieve that?
Well, a standard projector screen has a front-facing bezel, a border that overlaps the screen to hold the tension.
All right, the black velvet frame you usually see.
Exactly. But here, the extruded aluminum baffles act as an internal skeleton. They sit entirely behind the viewing plane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the screen material stretches over this skeleton and wraps flush to the back. Because there is absolutely no front-facing bezel holding it in place, you can literally butt multiple massive screens right up against each other.
With zero separation.
The edges meet with absolutely zero separation.
That's a huge shift in thinking. You aren't just buying a large display. You're essentially buying modular architectural wallpaper that emits light.
That's a really great way to put it.
But because it's such a highly specialized piece of hardware, we have to talk about the buying process.
Definitely.
This screen lists for over $5,000, though HDTVSupply currently has it priced around $4,014.
Yeah.
So what does this all mean for you when you actually hit the checkout button?
It means you better measure your room twice, or honestly, maybe 3 times. The ultimate catch from our sources is that this is a strictly special order item.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it is non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
Wait, over $4,000 for a screen? And I can't even return it if I miscalculate my wall space?
No, you can't.
That seems like an insane amount of risk to place on the buyer. Why is HDTVSupply so uncompromising on this?
Because it is a built-to-order architectural fixture. Draper isn't just pulling a pre-made box off a warehouse shelf,
Right.
They are cutting and tensioning that specific XH600V material to exact custom tolerances the moment your order is placed.
Makes sense.
Right. Once it's manufactured to those exact specs, it simply can't be restocked and resold to the next guy. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really highlights how modern high-end AV equipment requires as much meticulous logistical planning as it does technological investment.
You are committing to a permanent installation.
100%.
It definitely forces you to treat your room design with serious respect. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We love pulling apart these specialized sources for you.
It's been fun.
But before you go, we want to leave you with a final thought to ponder. If you have a completely borderless, mullion-less system that can seamlessly link multiple 11-foot screens with absolutely zero separation, well, what kind of reality-bending immersive environments could you create in an otherwise perfectly ordinary room?